Here's our next. There's the wall. When we're going to be splitting off this -3 to the other side. This is a multiplication, so we're going to divide by a -3 and divide by a -3. X is less than -2. All right, now whenever we do this step, multiply or divide, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So x is actually greater than -2. So when we graph this, we're going to start with our 0, and we have, this time it's negative, so it's 1, 2. Here's our -2. We're going to circle it, not color it in because it's just a greater than or less than sign, and this time it's pointing this way. But there was a flip that had to be done because we multiplied or divided by this negative number. The same thing's going to happen on this one. We have -1/2 x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 5. Well, our first step is to just reverse this side with a -1. That doesn't matter. The rules stay the same when we're adding and subtracting. So we don't have to worry about that yet. So now we have a -1/2 x is greater than or equal to 4 in this case. Here we're going to be using the reciprocal of the 1/2, but that is a -2 over 1 because this is a -1/2. So over here we're going to be multiplying by a -2 over 1. That's when our multiplication division rule kicks in because we're multiplying by a negative number. So this sign automatically changes. As soon as you realize you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you're going to flip your sign and then just work your problem. So x is, in this case, it would be a -8. So when we go to graph this, here's our 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll extend my chart. This is circled at the 8, the -8. We're going to color it in because it is equal to, and the sign is pointing in this direction. So we're just going to put our arrow in that direction. This is the only goofy rule to it, and that's when you're multiplying or dividing by negative numbers. Then in inequalities, the sign is flipped to the other direction. Doesn't matter if it's equal because that's just a dot on the number line. But this is a series of numbers because anything that's lower than 8 or lower, is going to make this function true.